Hello and welcome back to my channel. This week I'm going to show you how I created this cape and cowl inspired by Batman. The fabric I chose for this is this thinner stretch sportswear material, and I cut 4 triangles out of it with the stretch going horizontal for the ears, and I sewed those together with sandwiching a piece of felt in between them. Once those are sewn together, I go ahead and flip those right sides out. I do serge the open edge with my serger. I apparently lost the footage of me cutting out the pieces I made for this cape and cowl, but on the screen here, this is the shape I cut out for the hood. I do cut the hood in half, that way I can insert the ears at the top of the head. I do base stitch the ears onto the front part of the hood, and then I will sandwich the 2 layers together to encase the ears in between. Once the 2 halves of the hood are done, I go ahead and turn those right sides to right sides, and I sew along the middle of the hood. I do serge all the edges and seams on this cowl, just because the fabric does fray quite a bit. And with the hem of the hood to finish off the front, I go ahead and pull the front in. I roll it about 1/4 of an inch in on itself and sew that down. And since this is stretch material and I don't want it warping, I do sew from the middle, the top part of the hood, down to the side, and then I turn around and repeat the same steps on the other side. For the Batman Batgirl logo, I do pull a Batgirl logo off Google, and I scale it up to the size I need, and then I cut the pattern out, and then I use that to trace on this Wonder Under material. It's a iron-on applique adhesive. However, I do not recommend using it since it does not hold up very well. Later on, after the fact, I do end up taking it off and actually gluing it with Fabri-Tac onto the material. For the cape itself, I did, like I said before, I did not film me cutting out the pattern pieces. I don't know why, but I put an image on the shape that I cut out of my fabric for the cape. And before I attach the cape to the cowl, I do go ahead and iron on that Batman Batgirl logo to the back in the center. And I go ahead and I pretty much do the same thing I did with my easy DIY cloak. I go ahead and attach the 2 ends to the hood, and then I gather the rest of it to fit in between those 2 points, and then I sew it on. And if you want to check out that cloak video, I will go ahead and have it in the iCard above. And the last thing to do to complete this is to add some closures. All I did was take some simple ribbon and I sew it to the two sides. I do light the ends to keep the ribbon from fraying. And with that, the cape and cowl is done. We recently went to Six Flags here in Texas, and since DC Comics are there, we decided to go ahead and kind of dress up like Batman. If you like this video, please like, subscribe, and share, and I'll see you next week. Bye!